you expected from me?
Not like this!
Well, that's too bad. You've been pissing me off since day one. Always the perfect student, trying to please everyone. Never wavering those damn ideals.
Then what? What did you want me to do?
Unthrust! Homing shot! Out of the way! Homing shot! Moonlight shot now! Flash blitz! Hero shot! Hellfire! Priority, Jude. Ain't pretty.
All right. Hey there, guys.
This is it. I'm going home to Olympus.
Welcome back to Tales of Xillia. I went ahead and seen what happens if you let Alvin win. Or, I guess if Alvin wins, this time I did let him win. Intentionally not healing, but...
Typical kid. How can you be so eager to just roll over and give up? Sometimes you make me want to puke, you know that?
What else do you expect? Now that Milla's gone,
Expect you to care about your own life,
tell me
man.
what I'm supposed to do.
You think you're the only one who's lost?
Kitty, move.
We let her sacrifice her life for us.
She died because she wanted us to live.
Okay, this is where that starts.
She didn't die so we would end up doing this.
I actually kind of like the version where Alvin wins better.
What the hell should we be doing? I'm not Milla. I can't live like her.
You can try.
And I don't have a mission to fulfill.
Milla's not here to hold our hands anymore. We have to think for ourselves.
How do we do that?
No one will make our decisions for us. And no one will take responsibility for our actions anymore. Even if Milla's mission was all just a big lie.
Part of me wants to, I think it's,
She still put her life on the line.
like, this part's been repeating, but I don't know if anything else will diverge.
It's not a matter of whether you can or can't. It's whether you do or don't.
That's the line I missed before because I was talking.
Why? Tell me, damn it. Why? Why do you always have the answer?
Because he's not afraid to think for himself. He pulled the gun up. Okay, and that's where it... You know what? I was going to actually go back to the version where Jude won, but I actually kind of like that scene better with Alvin winning. And so I'm going to make that the canonical scene. The other thing that I want to... No, I'm not watching this again. We saw that last episode. Other thing I want to talk about a little bit was last episode, and I talked about this in the comments below the video, but I know a lot of people don't look at that, so let me just kind of repeat it, because I thought it was very insightful. Realistically, and this is extra worth talking about with the fact that we just watched the other side of that scene, I really feel like both... Really? 1 gold? Both Alvin and Jude are struggling against apathy. Jude was in a situation where he has convinced himself that the only reason he has to live is Milla. He doesn't care about his I mean, I don't say he doesn't care about his friends, but he doesn't consider his friends worth, you know, something to strive for. He doesn't care about himself, and he's just like listless, like a ship without a rudder. And he really thought his life had no purpose anymore. And I feel like Alvin, to a certain degree, is horrified by himself and is really wondering. I think he feels like after what he did and after the deal he made and after basically helping to kill Milla for literally nothing, that he doesn't have a right to live anymore, but he's not willing to commit suicide. So I definitely feel like when he came here and he fought with Jude, his actual goal and his actual desire was for Jude to kill him. He wanted to die, but he wasn't willing to do it himself. Obviously, in this world, Jude couldn't beat him, And in the other one, Jude wasn't willing to kill him, so... Okay, all these guys are ready. So where did they say I was supposed to go? Head to Fennmont. Do I want to go to Fennmont? Really? I feel like there's going to... You know what? I'm going to answer my own question. No, I don't. Oh. Interesting.
This cannot be. Could she have reacted in ways I did not foresee?
I mean, yeah. You can't predict everything, man. The other thing I want to talk about is that, and this is really... This entire game, I've been trying to figure out who the final villain was. At first, I thought it was Noctigal. Then I thought it was Gilland. And now it seems like it's going to be Musee. But I'm really, really, really wondering if it's actually going to be Maxwell. And the reason I say that is because it would not surprise me if we decide that Maxwell has been manipulating the world for his own ends. But it's weird because that seems very illogical and implausible, but it also seems kind of where this is going. Because Musee has obviously been, you know, steered on her path by Maxwell. And they talked about how Musee was Maxwell's sister. For a long time, I actually thought, because people in the comments did mention that they were kind of surprised I didn't realize there was something weird about Milla. And I knew there was something weird about Milla, but I never even considered the fact that it might be that she wasn't really Maxwell, for the very simple reason that the Four actually served her. So that seemed to be all the, like, confirmation of her, who she was that I could have. But yeah, now it's a question of what is Maxwell actually doing? Was Milla's ruse just to protect this world, or was it purely to protect him?
Someone must have been influencing Milla, possibly controlling her.
Interesting. Who is talking, I wonder? Is it Milla? I doubt it.
Did the Four share with her the truth? Impossible. They would never disobey my command.
The truth of Milla isn't actually... That's the other thing. I want to know when Milla herself figured it out. And here's the really weird thing about that, because on the plane, I'm pretty sure Milla said that she had been dishonest or that she hadn't told you the whole truth, which implied she suspected it way back at the beginning of the game. But obviously, I don't think she knew it until recently.
Milla, why did you stray from the path? I know not what to make of this.
Maxwell's confused. Woodchuck.
Jude seems a little different now. I'm not sure what it is.
He's suicidal.
Yeah, maybe he's grown a little tougher.
I don't think he's suicidal anymore, but...
Young men can mature dramatically in very short periods of time.
Old men can too, Rowan.
Jude seems to have found the resolve to confront the harsh truths of the world.
Women grow up too, you know.
He didn't say they didn't. Leia, just because he's talking about someone else doesn't mean he doesn't care about you. The one thing I've always been frustrated is, like, you make a statement about, you know, Muslims, people are like, yeah, what about Christianity? It's like, god damn it, not everyone has to acknowledge you with every goddamn statement.
We have no choice but to. Yes. So you can grow big bazongas like Milla.
God damn it, Tipo.
That's not the sort of growing up we mean.
I shall do whatever I must to see you all safely into adulthood.
And Bazongaville. Wasted away again in Bazongaville. Okay. Now can I use fast travel? I'll just hit the button. I can. I'm actually going to go to Neokara for the very simple reason that Neokara got attacked by Musee. And I kind of want to see what's left there. Well, there's still some people. That's something. Elders were attacked and killed by an unknown spirit that's taking physical form of a woman with long hair. She killed him. She said that this is my duty. Because they knew about the
haven't
schism?
fought in a very long time. I guess no one wants some old geezer channeling spirits for them.
What? Is that just 'cause I haven't used them in battle in a while? Okay, so it doesn't look like there's anything super relevant going on here. Okay. Oh, here's something. Ah!
Are you getting tired?
A little bit. Things aren't the same as they used to be.
Things never are.
Hey, Elise, can we borrow Tipo for a sec?
Wait, what?
Huh? Give Tipo a squeeze. You'll feel better.
Is Tipo a stress ball now?
Ooh, this does feel good. Just the right amount of resistance. I could do this all day.
No, stop! I can't take any more!
Hey, this is what it feels like when you eat our heads.
All the stress is drained through my fingers.
I know, right? It's crazy addictive. Oh no! He's gonna get all stretched out! I feel so violated.
Okay, that was worth seeing. Actually, that is a pretty okay one. Interesting. So, you can only come in those two. Obviously, something's going to happen in Fennmont. Ooh, it's sparkly. Ooh, a piece of candy.
Haven't fought in a very long time. I guess no one wants some old geezer channeling spirits
You
for
said
them.
that. Like, part of me wants to look around and try and find everything, and then part of me just wants to move on. 5 gold. Man, going to these early areas is not very good for my pocketbook. Okay, here's the medical school. I assume we're headed for the palace? I honestly don't really know, though. Oh, the music just changed, so obviously something's happening.
What's going on?
Musee?
Somebody help!
Why are we looking at Leia while someone's crying for help?
This is terrible!
And unfortunately, not surprising. Olympian soldiers are popping up in cities across REAL Maxwell.
We need better do something
Because
about that.
Dylan's gone now?
That's part of it, no doubt. But on top of that,
Stay back, you hear me? Don't make me hurt you!
There.
Terrified. It's Musee, isn't it?
She's been swatting them like flies.
So why are they attacking other cities? Are they insane? Like, have they just, like, mentally broken?
our company. Always one step ahead.
That was a little too easy.
Yeah, that was nothing. He basically never even got to get up.
There's always room for improvement.
There is always room for improvement.
Freeze! All of you!
How interesting you say that. Celsius. Wait, I'm not Gilland.
So you survived after all.
Gaius!
I knew he was here, but I'm surprised he's just wandering the streets.
Cell. These people are with me.
Okay, I didn't know which him they were talking about.
Stop it! Let me go!
Come quietly, or else.
All of Olympius will die at this rate. What did we do to deserve this?
You killed all your spirits, dum-dum.
Gillen said the same thing.
Though I do have to say, it's a very interesting moral quandary, because the current generation of Olympius didn't actually do anything. That was all their elders. But at the same time, they don't have the right to just, like, steal life from another world just because their elders were stupid.
Wow, Gaius, when did you start ordering around Rashagal troops?
When he took over. We knew he was in Fennmont. What did you think was going to happen?
Everyone in Rashagal succumbed to terror and panic after Noctigal's death.
Sorry.
I led them from the chaos.
Wow, that's some trick!
What exactly are you doing here in Fennmont?
Leading.
We are working with the Rashagal military to salvage the Lance of Kresnik from the bottom of the ocean.
Why do we want it? It has not caused a lot of good things so far.
What do you want with the lance now?
Exodus may be gone, but it's unlikely they've abandoned their otherworld reactor plan.
I wonder which members of Exodus are even still left. I mean, because, like, Gilland was the leader. Who else? You still have Alvin in theory, but he seems to have kind of abandoned it as well.
I will put a stop to it. And you? What of your plans?
Stop Musee, as far as I can tell.
With Musee.
I don't know if I want to talk to her. Maybe talk with her with my bow staff.
Why come find me?
We heard you've been fighting her, so we figured you might know something.
Your Highness, we're ready to set sail.
To the bottom of the ocean? What kind of ship are you going to use for that?
Good. Come to the Sea Haven.
How come?
Come with me, and you may get your chance to see Musee.
Sounds like a plan.
We should join him.
Okay.
When I see the lights in Fennmont, I can't help but miss how bright Laurent is.
I know exactly what you mean.
I wonder what school's like.
I bet you want to go to school too, huh?
Yeah, until you get there, it sounds great.
Don't worry. As soon as we find a nice, safe place for you to live, you can start going.
I don't want to go.
Yes, you do.
Oh? May I ask why?
Because if I bring Tipo to school, won't they get mad at me?
You needn't worry about that. I'll ask them to let Tipo go too.
I can go too?
You can, because freaking Rowan's like, hey, I run the whole military.
Sure. Leia used to take dogs and cats to school with her.
That does not surprise me.
I do want to go. Why didn't you tell us sooner?
I hope we'll be able to send Elise to school soon.
Indeed. And I'd like to see you continue your education as well. Mark my words, Jude. One of these days, life will return to normal.
Life will change back
Guess
to
it
normal.
will.
King of REAL Maxwell.
I can't believe how cool Gaius is. He's got soldiers from both Azul and Rashagal heeding his every word.
One of the surprising things about humanity is that the vast majority of us really just want someone to tell us what to do. There's not a whole lot of people that really want to forge their own destinies. Now, granted, that may be because we know we can't, and there's not that much room.
That is pretty impressive. But Leia, you need to watch your tone around him. You're way too casual.
I was legitimately afraid for your life.
Really?
Oops. I guess my excitement got the better of me.
I was not afraid for my life, although I really didn't want to have to fight Gaius in the middle of the city where he might get his troops. But I actually feel like if Gaius got seriously pissed at us and chose to fight us, he wouldn't bring in a whole bunch of soldiers. You know, if we actually beat him in battle again, he'd be like, well, okay then. Because he definitely doesn't seem like the type of person that, you know, will depend on others to fight his battles.
You think Gaius was pissed?
Who knows? He never shows any emotion.
A man in charge of 2 nations probably doesn't care about such trifles. Probably.
Yeah, I thought so. It's no biggie.
But try not to get carried away next time, okay?
Indeed. Push a man like that too far, and you'll be dead before you see the sword leave his sheath.
Yeah, next time I'll keep a lid on it.
I don't even know what she said that was that bad. Oh, now here's a sub-event. That's what I need to do.
What's up?
Coming back to Fennmont like this makes me miss my old medical school.
Well, let's go.
Then why not drop by?
You don't mind?
Nah. You must have really loved it there if you miss it this much. I guess becoming a doctor really is your calling.
Well, I also feel like, for Jude, that's the last time his life really made sense. And so, of course, you're going to miss that
Fennmont is such
familiarity.
a beautiful city. They call it the spirit-lit seat of kings. Now I finally understand the spirit-lit part.
If only I could figure out what a king was.
This place is perpetually... Are we really gonna see Musee? She's
what?
scary. But if we all stay together, we'll be okay.
I didn't mean to cut you off there, I'm sorry. That was not my intention. Because I'm just a Jude whose intentions were good. Oh, wow. There's the quest. Didn't have to look very far for it.
Mr. Eldon?
Dr. Jude. Hey, good news. You're in the clear now.
Ever since the king died and Rowan took over, Rowan said you're okay, and then Gaius said the same thing.
Between Gillen's betrayal and the Exodus situation, no one cares about your charges anymore.
Well, and again, like I said, I'm sure Rowan and Gaius have dismissed them.
When everything calms down, they may want you to come in and answer some questions, but it won't be a big deal.
But there are still wanted posters everywhere.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. We haven't had time to take them down yet.
Well, that's still great news. Right, Jude?
It doesn't surprise me that they kind of stopped caring, you know, after... Oh, this guy went in and, you know, blew up our secret... Oh, our secret weapon is trying to destroy the world, huh?
Yeah.
I've been meaning to ask you, Doc. What happened to that tall guy who was with you before?
Yeah, that's a good question. Actually, it's interesting how much my opinion of Alvin changed last episode, because I got super frustrated at Jude for being an asshole to Leia, and then Alvin, you could really just see the torment under his soul, you know? It's up until now, I was like, why the hell did they keep this guy around? But I actually respect Alvin a whole lot now. I don't agree with him, and I still don't know that I would want Jude to, you know, to forgive him, but... As a character, I understand Alvin's torment way more than Jude's.
You know, the one who knocked me down on the pier.
You mean Alvin? He's... well...
Sort of part of Exodus, but not really, because he helped us defeat Gilland.
I knew that had to be Alvin.
You know him?
Not personally, but my wife and I used to be close to the woman he lived with.
Really?
Her name was Mink.
Mink?
She's a real beauty. She wears glasses and always carries a book around. You don't know her?
Something must have happened to her, because it doesn't sound like his mom.
Hmm? Do you mean Cressa?
Oh. That does sound like Pressa.
Maybe. I'm sure Mink wasn't her real name. That's why I wanted to talk to Alvin, you see. To make sure he knew her real identity.
Who is she? This is super interesting.
What do you mean?
We received some intel that said she was actually a spy. One of the rats.
What's that?
They're spies from one of the Ajul clans.
Well, I'm sure Alvin is aware that she is part of the Chimeriad.
Exactly. Mink made friends with a lot of Rashigal nobles and military officers and pumped them for secrets. If you see Alvin, could you tell him that? I think he has a right to know.
I think he already knows.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm late for my appointment.
A lot of people don't ever leave until they're already late. Not like I have an appointment
What should we
soon,
do?
but I'm already late for my appointment.
I don't know.
I mean, we have to find Alvin first.
If it's something Pressa didn't want him to know, then I don't think we should tell him.
I don't think there's any possible way he doesn't know that Pressa is spying for Azul clans. I mean, come on, guys.
I mean, if even Alvin couldn't figure it out, she must have really wanted that secret kept.
How is it a secret? We even knew. Did I miss something? But it's like, she got in really close. She's a spy from Azul, and she got in really close and pumped the, like, Rashigal people for nobles. And then we find out that she's one of, you know, Gaius's personal bodyguards. I mean, how is this a secret?
That's true. Well, if you feel that strongly about it, I guess we can keep her secret.
I feel like there was some subtlety there that I completely missed. Because I don't understand why we're having that conversation. I'll just run out here real quick and make sure there's nothing hidden down this hallway. That's the thing, they'll refer you to a place, but if there's multiple quests, they won't ever acknowledge that there's more than one quest. But it doesn't look like there are. Alright. So I guess we're headed to the Sea Haven. This is so weird, because she's there, and isn't she also there? I mean, I get it may be the same model, but that's the only... That model seems rather unique. And I haven't ever... I don't think I've ever seen it anywhere else, and it's... In this hallway, you run into her twice. Because, I mean, I'm sure there are other generic models, but it's like, it's weird to have two of the exact same model in the exact same room.
Jude, what's the shiny snow.
It's petals falling from the lumen trees.
Back to the Sea Haven. Alright. Let's ride.
His Highness is already aboard. We will depart soon.
Excuse me.
I presume you wish to ask about Zhao.
Yes. Do you know why he protected me during the battle?
I actually know why he protected you in battle.
Perhaps he sought to make amends for his past crimes.
But he ended up dying as a result.
Sometimes amends come at a high
There are
cost.
some who believe that nothing is more important than survival. But priorities change. Life starts to lose purpose when you've gone astray.
Which is kind of like what was happening to Jude and Alvin last episode. They felt like they had abandoned. Well, Alvin felt like he had abandoned some of his core beliefs and his life no longer had a purpose. That's why he wanted Jude to kill him. Jude was just a whiny emo kid. I mean, I'm sorry. I can't get behind or understand why Jude was like, oh, someone I cared about died, therefore life has no meaning.
Sometimes the only means to make amends for one's actions in life is to die.
I don't really understand.
And hopefully you never will.
Nor should you. You should focus instead on enjoying what you have.
How do I do that?
That's for you to find out. Zhao's greatest wish was for you to find happiness in life.
This is why Wingul's my second favorite character. At least of the Chimeriad. Because he's got such an interesting backstory. Zhao is still my favorite.
Of that I am certain.
It's funny, the one of the things that makes me really like Wingul is when he's talking in place of Zhao.
Okay, I'll find a way.
Life finds a way.
That will put Zhao at peace.
If I may.
Full of questions today, aren't we? Let me guess. Is it about His Highness?
Which one?
What are Gaius's plans for REAL Maxwell?
No doubt His Highness will one day unite this world. That should tell you what you want to know.
Thank you for your time.
What is it?
It's nothing. Shall we move onward?
I see. All that time, she was just bait.
That's why I want to meet the real Maxwell. To find out the truth.
I'm also very curious as to bait for what, because Maxwell said that Milla kind of went off the path he had designed for her. So what was she supposed to do?
He'd most likely reside in the spirit realm.
But does such a place even exist?
Well, yeah, that's where the spirits are.
And even if it did, we have no means of getting there.
Indeed, it's little more than a legend. But we know for a fact that spirits exist.
We do, we can talk to them.
So it follows that they must reside somewhere. Likewise, a path to their realm must also exist.
That is true, although not necessarily a path we can take.
Hey, what about Niakara? Don't they call that place the Village of the Spirits?
I tried to go to Niakara before I came here.
You have a point. It lies near a mountain known as the Hollowmont. Perhaps you might find a clue there.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's check it out.
Aren't we going to Musee right now, though?
Don't get too excited. This ship isn't turning around before we reach the lands of Kresnik.
Well, it seems very arbitrary you made me get on this ship before you would tell me that.
Really? Come on, who cares about that stupid lance?
Milla did.
Gaius, earlier you spoke of stopping the Otherworld reactor plan. I suspect you're planning to invade Olympias using the lands of Kresnik.
That seems like a terrible idea.
It is for the good of REAL Maxwell.
God dang, you're doing the exact, I mean, not quite the same mistake, but very close to the same mistake that Olympias made. Where Olympias' big failing was that they wanted to invade another world in order to bring about stability for theirs. And you're like, well, instead of stopping them from invading... Again, I can't say that invading them in order to put a stop to their warlike designs is the wrong plan, but if the Schism is there to keep them from coming over, all we really need to know is understand how Exodus got over here in the first place and stop that. We don't have to wipe out their whole world.
Hold on. You would need massive amounts of mana to use the lance.
I understand. I do not wish to sacrifice humans or spirits.
So we'll be sacrificing animals!
Then maybe we don't have to use it.
The reality is, someone must.
Are you trying to finish what Milla started?
Uh-oh, you just found his new quest.
I never put it into that perspective. But inevitably, yes. That is what I'm doing. No one has ever made such a strong impression on me.
Then we also need to consider the fate of Olympius.
You're worried about them? At a time like this?
That's what makes him a good guy.
They were willing to sacrifice every human and spirit life in REAL Maxwell.
Why does one side have to suffer for the sake of the other? That doesn't sit well with me. It wouldn't sit well with her either. She would destroy the Schism and save everyone. That's what I want to do.
That's the question. Can we save everyone?
I'm surprised to hear such words from you. Are you trying to repay her for what she's done for you?
No, he's trying to live for her because she showed him the path of the correct path.
Yes.
No, my answer was better.
You've grown strong. Jude, join me and...
Uh-oh, there's a dot. Crap! I pressed the button. That was probably an important sentence. Can I go back? There's not a log I can access? Damn, what did I miss? There was a really important sentence there. I'll have to go back and try and watch the, like, single line that was up for a tenth of a second. Well, that was rather uneventful.
Jude.
Yeah. After this, I bet that they'll rebuild the lance back at the laboratory.
So then, you were listening to me.
There's freaking Musee.
Incoming from the southeast! It's her!
Yeah, obviously, there's only one person that does black orbs of death.
Time to clean up. I'll slaughter every last one of you.
She almost is starting to seem like Agria.
Musee, stop this right now!
They live? I should have known better than to trust that rogue. I'll deal with him later.
You'll deal with me right now.
But first...
I thought you said you'd deal with me later.
It's time someone cleaned up and rid the world of you.
It won't be easy!
Such confidence, despite the fact that your precious Milla is gone.
Things have changed. We want to know how this happened, and you'll be the one to tell us.
I'd love to see you cry.
God dang it, will you please target her?
All shall be purged.
I don't think I'm supposed to win this.
Your fatal prison awaits. Evaporation!
Not yet!
I'm still gonna give it a try.
Elise!
I'm okay. Sunburst. Resurrection.
Holy shit!
Sorry, everyone. Sharpen roots. Rally the souls and grab the flag.
Man,
I'm so worried.
I'm not convinced I can beat her, but I can sure try.
Not good. Right on point.
Okay, you go ahead and use a pineapple.
Provide support. Let's do this.
Got it. Sharing is caring. Got it.
You better go ahead and get some more.
Sharing is caring. I'll help. Got it.
And you know what? I'd better go ahead and set my arts up to where... So first of all, neutral needs to be Savage Roar, Whirlwind Snap, Okay. How dare you, madame?
I'll rip you apart. Limbs turn the will of the mighty, claws through the wicked. Cyclone! Elemental hymn!
Shite! This is going to be bad. I tried to keep away from her, but I kind of failed.
I'll rip you apart. Let the ground beneath dance to my command.
Okay, go ahead and life bottle.
Rally the souls of...
God damn it. I think it's going to end up killing me just because she's doing it all the friggin' time.
I'll rip you apart. Won't stop me. Well. Right on point. Sickle of flame. Beckon the You're safe.
Damn it!
Don't worry, I'm here with you.
Whoa!
All right.
I'll rip you apart. Drag you eternity into the dark abyss.
God damn it. All right. Keep it coming. She's down to 6,000. She's down to 4,000.
I lost focus.
Okay, we did it, guys.
That was really close.
We stopped her somehow.
She didn't seem like her usual self.
No, she definitely didn't. She, like I said, she almost seemed like Agria. Just the way she was so single-minded and so... she seemed very, very different. Guys, question. Do you have to beat her? Is that optional? Because I felt like, when I first started, that she was just supposed to wipe you. But she didn't.
Not yet. I still need to get better.
All right. I can't stop. I want to get stronger. You can totally do it.
You can totally do it. I believe in you, Elise. Gaius freaking respects us now.
Phew. It's a good thing we didn't try tackling her on our own.
We did.
Musee, why are you doing this?
Why? All I am doing is... All I'm trying to do is protect REAL Maxwell, that's what!
Everyone's trying to do that.
How does what you're doing protect REAL Maxwell?
How am I supposed to know?
So you are acting under order.
Please, you have to tell us. Where is Maxwell? We need to know.
What do you people want with Lord Maxwell?
To talk to him?
So there is another Maxwell after all.
Musee, this can't be what Maxwell really wants, can it? Of course it can! Lord Maxwell, is this not your divine will?
Shit, it must have been her I heard talking when she wasn't getting...
Please! Command me to smite these humans!
Interesting, when Milla died, did Maxwell lose his ability to communicate with REAL Maxwell?
I do not know.
Wingul, come!
Yes, sir.
Follow me.
Wow, he just had a dragon hanging out? Or a wyvern, or whatever that is?
Gaius, no!
After His Highness! Send word to the Chimeriad!
Well. And we got left behind because we don't have our own personal wyverns. It does seem awfully late in the game not to have an airship.
Where are Gaius and Musee?
In the
Sure
skies.
this is the right place? What?
Why?
Okay. You just saw me take out Musee. Are you sure you want to do this?
What's the big idea, Featherneck?
Okay, I love the name Featherneck.
Are you gonna tell us why you're doing this?
Because it's dangerous.
And I am addicted to danger.
What is? Us?
No, Jude. You.
Why would you say that?
Is Jude the new Maxwell?
Having Jude meet Maxwell may impede on Gaius's progress. Is that what you believe?
Oh, I hadn't thought about that. That's a really interesting...
You think I would get in Gaius's way?
Probably.
Don't let them escape.
Now please come quietly.
Yeah, that's not happening. Oh, I thought that'd be Alvin.
What?
Tipo! Pucker up! Ha!
And poor Jude stands so confused the whole time. I have to think Wingul knew that would happen, and we could freaking take down Musee. What are these schlumps going to do about it?
Wait, really?
Now, let us find Gaius.
Wait, why
Where'd he
Gaius?
One place comes to mind.
The Cloud City.
Hollowmont.
Oh.
Yes, precisely.
Come on, guys. I wouldn't mind a heads up next time you plan a rescue.
Well, if you just paid attention, you should know about it.
What? I'm not a mind reader.
I mean, I knew they were going to plan a rescue because I was like, we're not just going to be taken away now. That guy's still waiting on his damn soda rice. Alright, I will look at the hand of Gaius next time. Thank you very much for tuning in. Sorry if this episode was a little bit long, but hey, I had to beat this shit out of Musee. And I did.